Hi everybody, it's Janet and we're here at Fruit of the Vine Art Studio in Cincinnati, Ohio. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. If you pop on, I'd love it if you'd just say hey and tell me where you're watching from. I love to know who's out there with me. Tonight I'm going to do a little painting. I'm going to call it the Dapper Snowman. He's got this adorable little top hat on his head and he's got a little bit of gold and yellow mixed in, so he's sort of got a New Year's look to him, like he's out shiny and all bright and new on a bright new snow day or something like that, a brand new year. And that's what we're going to be doing tonight. I'm going to go ahead and tilt you down and get you zoomed in, and we're going to go ahead and get started. It's going to turn sideways completely, isn't it? I don't understand what's going on with this thing when I tilt it down. Maybe it's the weight. Tilts it even worse, doesn't it? Let me see. There. That helps it. That helps it there. Right there helps it. I'm not sure what I did right there, but that helped it. Did I get in that blue paint? I hope not. Anyway, to start with, we're going to start out with just doing the background on this. Now, I've got it penciled in. You can kind of see him on there. Got it penciled in. And I'm going to start out with just a bright blue, going around the outer portions of it right in here. And if a little bit gets on him, I'm not going to be too worried about that. And I'm going to get out a little bit of a dark blue as well and use that to go around the outside of it. And this is just a bright primary blue here. Just kind of want to work this around this outer edge where he's at here. I don't want, well, it's not going to hurt the hat. The hat's going to be, well, I guess I could get it off of there. A little bit of gold going to be mixed in that. Just bring this right up around through here. And then I'm going to get a little bit of a dark blue and work that around the outsides of it. And this is just a Craft Smarts dark blue. I'm not even going to rinse my brush. I'm just going to go right into it. And just start working that around the outside. And I just want some quick, short strokes. I'm not trying to have it go in any all particular one direction or anything like that. I'm just adding short strokes. Short, quick, any direction. Turn it back this way a little bit. Oops. Right into the wrong blue, but that's okay. Not going to worry about that. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas and got everything that was on your list from Santa. I got some great stuff. I got some canvases. My family knows me, you know. They're to the point they know that I need art stuff. They got me canvases. I got a heat gun. I got a light tracing board, all kinds of really cool stuff. I had some really cool stuff for Christmas. I had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope that you did too. Okay, I'm just going to run this along the outside edges of it here, just to make sure that everything's got color all the way around. Let me get it across the top here. I'm just going to get a touch of black. Pop this up. Just a small amount of black, tiny little black on my brush, and I'm going to tap off most of it and just kind of go around the outer areas here real quick, and then I'm going to blend that in. Okay, I'm going back in that blue, and I'm going to just bring it along here too, and that'll just darken this up a little bit around the outer portion. Just sort of blend that together there. Just sort of short, quick strokes going in different directions. I'm going to darken it up just a little bit more right up here. And that looks pretty good. I'm just going to take this and wipe off most of that paint. And I'm going to get some white. And I'm just going to use my dirty brush that I've already got going here. And I'm just going to dip right into the white. And that just kind of naturally is going to build some shading for my snowman with the blue that's already on my brush. And I'm going to keep dipping into the white as I go towards the middle so that it becomes lighter and lighter. I want to get this over here by his arm. Get a little more white here. Kind of giving him a little bit of a rounded look. Okay, and then we're just going to come up here and work on his face. Get a little more white for the middle. There we go. Let me get just a little bit of white here on the side. Just to sort of edge him off a little bit right there. Okay, so now I don't know. You can kind of see the shading that it automatically builds when you have the blue already dirty on your brush. Kind of automatically builds a little bit of shading for him there. Get just a little more white here. Lighten him up just a little bit. Right through there, just like that. And then we'll get just a little bit of the bright blue on our brush. And we'll just sort of work it a little bit up and down on his sides just to give him a little bit more shading. Kind of maybe bring it right up across through here a little. And then we'll do the same thing like right here on this side of his face. We're just going to add some more of this darker blue. Bright blue is really what that is. That's a bright blue. And then just maybe a little bit on that cheek right there. There we go. That looks pretty good right there, just like that. You can really see the shading very well on him now. So we're going to let that dry. And while that's drying, we're going to start working on his hat a little bit. Now for his hat, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get out a little bit of gold. And I'm just going to paint the whole hat with this gold color here. And it's a top hat, so it's kind of got that odd shape to it that kind of works its way out a little bit on the sides. It's a little fatter at the top than it is towards the brim. And we're just going to fill in the whole hat with this color. Do the hat brim with the gold. And this is going to be like an undertone, I guess, for the color of his hat. I'm not even going to worry about it getting on his nose there. We're going to do orange on his nose. I'm just getting his hat brim filled in. Okay, and then he's going to have this beautiful gold scarf around his neck. It's a little bit of a boogie there. Get that out of that. Don't need no paint boogies. Right down underneath his chin area here. Just gonna fill that in with this pretty gold color. And it's just gonna come all the way down through here where it's flying in the wind. Just make the tip of the scarf come in like that. I'm just gonna bring this all the way up right through here. And we're going to use this as an undertone also for his arms. So I'm just going to bring this coming right out of his body here. And just kind of bring this up right there. Let me see, maybe I should use this other brush, since that's getting a little bit wide there. We'll just bring that out like that. Need to be a little wider at the base. Okay, I'm going to turn him this way a little bit. Right around the tip of that hat. I'm going to bring this arm right up through here. And I'm just doing it in this gold color for right now. We're going to have a branch come off of it right here. Don't want that to be too big. That's sort of a long stick over here on this side for his arm, but that's all right. That's all right. We'll bring it out. Just like that, too. Okay, now we can see our pretty little snowman's really starting to take shape. Hey, Steve, thanks for joining me. I appreciate that. I really appreciate you commenting. That way I know who's out there with me. Okay, so now we're going to take the buttons. We're going to make some little buttons on him. Going to make him 3 buttons. Going to do those with the undertones of this gold as well. Getting that button a little crazy looking. That's all right. We'll just round it out even further. It can just be a big old button, huh? Maybe make that one a little bit bigger since that one up here ended up being so big. Yeah, you know how it is. Things always go crazy. It's all right. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit of brown out. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to do orange real quick while we're waiting on that to dry. Let me do his nose. Let me get some orange. Just wipe this off. Because I only need the smallest amount of orange here. Because there's just the smallest area that needs to be painted with orange right here on his nose. And we'll just bring that out a little further. There we go. Now we're going to get a little bit of brown out. And we're just going to wipe the orange right off of there and just keep going with our same little dirty brush here. I'm going to take the brown here. I'm going to go back over to this side. And I'm just going to go right over top. Using this brown. Okay. Come over here and do the same thing on this arm. Now, yeah, this arm is going to be in front of the scarf. Pull that off a little bit over to this side. Bring this up through here. Bring that through there. And we get this little portion of the branch. And right there. Oh my goodness, I got a spot of brown right in his face, didn't I? Okay. Get me a drop of water. There we go. Oops. And it came right off, and you can't even see where it was. So there's something to be said with just doing it real quick. Just get a little bit and just wipe it off real fast and take care of it. Okay, we're going to mix a little bit of the brown and this gold color together. And get a little bit of an off shade here, just a light bit darker brown, or darker gold, I guess, is really what I'm looking for. And then we're just going to kind of bring that right around the outside areas here. Right underneath his chin. With this darker color. Through there. It's going to be a little bit darker right back here. Behind his arm right there. And there's going to be a little bit of the brown that's going to come up the side of his hat here a little. A couple little streaks through there. Just add a little bit here and add a little bit there. We got to have some on the back sides of the buttons. All right, now we're going to get out some real gold. Give that a little quick rinse. Take this, and we're going to just go over this as well to give it that really shiny look. This is a metallic gold is what I'm using here. This is a metallic gold, and I'm just going over the hat using that metallic gold. Try not to get it right on the tip of his nose, since we're not trying to make that part of it gold. Now, I know you really can't see the metallic quality of this paint. I'll hold it up in a second, and maybe you'll be able to see some of the sheen of it. But this is kind of what gives him his New Year's feel, this beautiful gold paint. Kind of, when you look at it from different angles, you'll see the beautiful sheen of the gold. And we're going to go right over the gold in his belly too. If I don't get too sloppy with it. It's got gold buttons on his belly. Okay, no, I don't It just looks like wet paint, I know, really. But it's very, very shiny metallic. It's a very shiny metallic, very pretty. And we're just going to take a little bit of it and just run it right here in his belly a little bit. And a little bit of that gold over here. Maybe just a little on his cheek going around this way. A little there. We're going to run a little bit of gold right up on his top of his branches. Do the same thing to this one right along the top here. Just run some gold on it. He's a dapper snowman here in his fine top hat with the gold embellishments all over it. There we go. Now you can kind of see it coming out on his hands even. And let's put a little more right here. Make that a little brighter looking in this area. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I'm liking how that looks. As it's drying, just adding little bits more of gold here and there. Okay, now we're going to start working a little bit on bringing in some of the shading that's going to go in there. So we're going to wipe this off a little bit and we're going to hit some black. And we're going to use the black and we're just going to sort of just outline the hat. And we'll give the hat a black sash around it. And we'll just add a little bit of shading to it here, and maybe just a little bit over here on this side at the bottom. Run it up the side here. And then we'll work on his brim. We're just going to kind of darken that up on the inside. Work around his nose right here. And I'm going to leave a little bit of the gold and fill in the middle part of this with the black. Leave gold around the edges. Kind of smooth this right here. Okay. And then I'm going to take this. I'm going to give him a happy little eye. Maybe get a little more paint for that one. It looks a little thin. Okay. Let's see, I think I want this to be more just leaving the brim around the outside. Let me get just a little more black. I can tell the light is messing with me. I can't really see how well the black is covering over the gold. And it looks like it's doing fine, and then I'll move my head, and it's like, no, it's not. Right here. If I tilt it up a little bit, I can get a better shot of it and see a little bit better there. Feather that up a little bit on this side. There, smooth that down right around his face right there. And then we're going to just give him a happy smile that's kind of jiggity-jaggedy. See how he looks so far? What a fun-looking little fella. Okay, and we're just going to kind of just bring that on down. Right underneath his chin. Let me get a little more black paint. Just sort of bring it around through here. Just kind of letting it go in this direction and that direction, and then it's got a little bit of a darker little spot in here, and maybe a little bit in here, and a little there, and then it's going to come down right there. And we're just gonna just bring it right on down through here. Make a little area that go across right there, and then we'll make some little finer looking pieces at the bottom of his scarf. And he's got just little bits of going through here and a little bit there. Go around the bottoms of his buttons just a little bit, not all the way around, just a little bit, kind of hit it up on the side, bring it down a little bit, and then we'll make a little area right inside of his little button, just like that, so his little buttons show up better on his belly. And then we're just gonna take this and do a quick outline on the bottom of his arm. Right up there, right up there, coming out right there. Bring this right up at the bottom of this arm. Right through here, right up here, right there. Right along through here, right there, right there. Getting a little bit of fun going on there, huh? He's starting to get funner by the minute. Let's make that a little bit wider right there. All right. Now we're going to add some fun stuff to it. It's time to add a little bit of fun highlights and so forth like that in there. Here we got to do a little black shade right here behind his nose. There we go. I'm just going to, wait a minute. I got to remember to outline him too, huh? Just going to bring it right up like that. Doesn't have to be perfect at all. Gonna bring it right back down on this side. There we go. Now he's a happy looking little guy. Let's rinse this off. Let's get a little bit of white. Just, maybe I should do that with the dot on the end. Put a dot right there, put a dot right there. There we go. Get a little bit of the white. And we're just going to drag it across the top of his nose. Get a little more of the white, and we're going to drag it right along the top of his arm. Doesn't have to go on thick. It doesn't have to go on even. It's like just bits of snow on his arms. So I'm coming right up through here, right there. Right across there. A little thicker right there, and a little more there. And then he's got a little bit of snow on the top of his hat. Right around the brim. Okay, be careful with that one right there. It's got a little bit of black still wet. There we go. I'm going to drag that around this way too. There we go. We're going to get a little bit of white just coming down through here as part of the reflection. We'll have a little more over in here. That part of his hat. Right along his little cheek. You got a little bit of snow that's going to be on his shoulders. Right along the top of his buttons. Right down the side of his scarf. Just adding some more little fun bits of white in there. He's a happy looking little fella, isn't he? His hat's kind of wonky, but that's okay. We ain't going to worry about him having a wonky hat at all. Okay, so now we need to add some fun stuff to the background. So for this, we're just going to add all kinds of fun stuff. We're just going to add some little white flecks and pieces and dots and so forth here. Just maybe some little different design lines, just going in different little directions. Just throw a couple of those in here and a couple of that in here and one or two of these and wipe that off, and let's go get some of this gold. And let's throw some little drops of gold back in here while we're at it. Just a little of this and a little of that. Let's put some gold in here. Some spots of the gold just dotted around. Let's get some of the metallic. Put some of that in the background. Let's have some metallic gold just kind of back in there too. Just little dots of this and little spots of this and little spots of that. A little here, a little there. Bit of the metallic. How about we mix a little bit of the light blue with some white and make a lighter blue. And then we'll put some little spots of this lighter blue back in here too. Just fun little adds into the background of the painting. You can put them anywhere you want, any little splotches, any little colors. Just bring them on in, add it to the painting. Create a little fun, little live movement in there. Get some bigger splotches of that. And there we have it, guys. Hey, Diane. Nothing wrong with Wonky. Yeah, he definitely got a wonky looking hat, and that's all right. I don't think there's nothing wrong with Wonky either. That just makes him even more endearing. Put a little gold on him, make him all fancy looking. He's ready for the New Year's. And I think that's about all I'm going to do, guys. I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I think it doesn't really need anything else to it. I'm looking at the hat. I like the little snow brim. Don't need to. Maybe I should just put a little white line around the. Let me see. To make his. Maybe just get a little more white on your brush. Bring it right across through there to kind of just. There. I'm just going to keep messing with it and messing with it. It looks perfectly fine. I can tell by just looking in there. It's when I'm looking down over the top of it and stressing about it that I think, oh no, I need to add this and I need to add that. But no, I don't need to add anything. I think it looks fine. I think it's done. So here's our Dapper Snowman, all ready for the new year. I appreciate you guys being here with me. Thank you so much for commenting for me tonight, Diane and James and Steve. I appreciate you being here, guys. I'll see you again soon. Bye. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Super cute. Thank you. Bye, guys. Oh, wait a minute. Slow connection. I can't get it to turn off. Is it done yet? There we go. Bye. Bye.